Today I will be dealing with carbenes and nitrines. So first you will see what are carbenes. So carbenes are bivalent neutral molecule which will be having sextet of electrons outside the shell. The typical example is methylene carbene. This is not methyl. CH2 means methylene. So methylene carbene. So this carbon is having 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6 electrons around it, and this is dichlorocarbene, which is formed, you might have seen in the Reamer-Tiemann reaction. You have studied in plus 2 chemistry, so this is forming in that reaction. So typical examples of carbenes, methylene carbene and dichlorocarbene. Now coming to classification of carbenes, there are two types, singlet carbene and triplet carbene. So what is the difference means, singlet carbene will be having anti-parallel spins, and the triplet carbene will be having parallel spins. That is the main difference between the two carbenes. So remember in mind that two carbenes are differing in the arrangement or alignment of the spins. So the one which is having anti-parallel arrangement is singlet one, and the parallel arrangement is having triplet one. Next we will see the formation of carbenes. So first one, by photochemical or thermal decomposition of diazomethane. So diazomethane, you know, this is diazomethane CH2N2. So photochemical or thermal cleavage of diazomethane. So diazomethane structure will be in this manner, nitrogen with 5 electrons around it like this. So now this will be shifted here, this will be shifted here. This is the resonating structure of diazomethane. So this will be either in this format or in this format. So N triple bond N like this. Now what will happen? This bonded pair will be lost, thermal condition or in photochemical condition. So you will be getting CH2 carbene plus nitrogen molecule. So this is one method of formation for decomposition of diazomethane. Next is from photochemical or thermal decomposition of ketene. So ketene is a new compound for you. This is nothing but CH2 double bond C double bond O. This is called ketene. Ketene is very important intermediate in pericyclic reaction or photochemical reactions, etc. If you are photolysis or if you are subjecting to thermal condition, what will happen? This bonded pair will be shifted to here, and this will be shifted to here. So the CH2 will be getting one bonded pair, and this will be like carbon monoxide, CO, carbon monoxide. Third method is treatment of chloroform, like in Reamer-Tiemann reaction. Reamer reaction, phenol is converted into salicylaldehyde. So in that reaction you will be treating phenol with chloroform and NaOH. I guess you are remembering those reactions. So what will happen? That hydroxide will be abstracting this hydrogen from chloroform, and you will be getting CCl2. This is dichlorocarbene plus water plus Cl minus. Now let us see how this is happening. OH minus plus chloroform, the structure will be tetrahedral like this. Now this will be picking this hydrogen, so bonded pair will be going like this. So you will be getting H2O plus C, getting negative charge, Cl. Now what will happen? The chlorine will be expelled as chloride. So Cl minus plus CCl2 dot. So this is the dichlorocarbene. Now we will discuss about the classification about the classification, hybridization and structure of carbenes. So classification, as I said earlier, there are singlet carbenes and triplet carbenes. In the singlet carbenes, the spins will be anti-parallel in structure, and in this one the alignment will be parallel, that you all know. Now in the singlet carbene, the hybridization will be sp2. So what does it mean? It will be having a trigonal planar structure. So two hybrid orbitals will be in this manner, and the third one will be having the anti-parallel spin one and the unhybridized p orbital in this manner. Vacant p orbital will be in this manner. Now coming into the triplet one, the hybridization will be sp in structure. Why this is happening means, sp means it will be in 180 degree like this, sp hybridization, and there will be two mutually perpendicular unhybridized p orbitals, and each one will be, so suppose this is in the pz direction, this will be px, this will be py, like that. So the parallel fins will be occupying in the unhybridized p orbital, separate unhybridized p orbital. So here bond angle will be 120 degree. In this case, this is 180 degree. This will be 120 degree. So this is having trigonal shape, trigonal planar shape. This is having linear shape. Now, if you are considering the stability, relative stability of carbenes, triplet carbene compared to singlet and triplet will be more stable. This is the stability order. Triplet will be more stable. Why it will be so? From the structure you can see that here this paired electrons are in the same plane. That they are 120 degree in the equatorial position. Here the repulsion will be maximum. And if you are seeing here, they are not paired, they are single electrons, they are in the separate unhybridized orbital, even though they are mutually perpendicular, or single electrons are as far as apart. So that is why triplet carbenes are more stable than singlet. Once more I will tell the two electrons occupy the same orbital in the singlet carbene, whereas they are in different orbitals with parallel spins in the triplet carbene. So interelectronic repulsion will be greater in singlet carbene than in triplet carbene. That is why triplet carbenes are lower in energy and they are highly stable. Now we will see the reactions of carbenes, generally carbenes. Now we will see the reactions of carbenes. First one is addition to alkene. Suppose you have an alkene like but2ene. So CH double bond CH, CH3, and if you are having methylene carbene like this, so what will happen? This will form a ring like this. So you will see CH3, CH, single bond CH, CH3, like this, CH2. A cyclopropane ring is formed. So the name will be 1,2-dimethyl cyclopropane. So that is the important reaction, addition to alkene. Second one, reaction with primary amines. Reaction with primary amine. Primary amine means RNH2. So primary amines, when heated with chloroform. So when heated with the chloroform in alcoholic KOH means it will be developing carbylamines. This is known as carbylamine reaction. You might have studied in +2, carbylamine reaction. So this involves formation of a dichlorocarbene. So as I said earlier, the generation of dichlorocarbene using chloroform and OH minus, similar way the dichlorocarbene is formed. So it will be reacting with RNH2, our primary amine, CCl2. Mechanism is not needed for you for the time being, and it will be discussed in the case of primary amines in the next sem, 5th sem. You will be having a chapter on amines. So in that chapter you will be seeing the mechanism. So this is called isocyanate. This is a horrible smelling compound. So that is why this test is forbidden to do in laboratories. So this is known as carbylamine reaction, and you will be getting H2O plus Cl minus. So these are the two important reactions of carbenes. Nitrines. Nitrines also reactive intermediates. This you might not have heard or studied in +2 chemistry. So these are also neutral molecules, but highly electron deficient because of the electronegativity of nitrogen. And it contains, we have seen one pair of electrons in carbenes, but in nitrines there will be two unshared pair of electrons. That is the difference between carbene and nitrine. Examples are, this is alkyl nitrine, this is acetyl group, so acetyl nitrine, this is phenyl nitrine, fundamental examples. Now we will see the formation of nitrines. First one, by Hofmann reaction. Hofmann reaction. So this is the intermediate formed in the Hofmann bromamide of amines. Okay, so an amide will be, in this reaction, an amide will be converted into primary amine. For example, RCO, this is amide, RCONH2 will be converted into RNH2 with one carbon less. This carbon is lost. So that is called Hofmann bromamide reaction, or Hofmann degradation reaction, because one carbon is losing. So in this reaction, nitrine is forming as intermediate. So that is how we are seeing one such example. So RCONH2, the reagent for this is bromine in NaOH or bromine in KOH. So bromine presence of alkali, you will be getting RC double bond O N. So this is called acetyl nitrile, acetyl nitrine, formation of acetyl nitrine. Next method, this is first method. Second method is by Schmidt reaction. Here also the intermediate is formed. Intermediate formed is nitrine. So in this reaction, carboxylic acid is treated with hydroxoic acid. This is called hydroxoic acid. Because why this is called as acid means this is highly electronegative in nature. So this H plus will be easily lost. So this is a proton donor. That is why this is called hydroxoic acid. In presence of any acid, this will be this is like H plus and N minus. So this will be attacking here. So mechanism you will see in the 5th semester. I will write here acetyl acide. So this N3 minus is called acide ion. Okay. This is after removing proton, this is called acide. So that acide will be attacking here. So you will be getting RC double bond O N plus triple bond N, like this. Now here, if you are shifting this pi electron to here, this will be becoming nitrogen. So nitrogen will be expelled. You will be getting again acetyl nitrine. So this is the two methods of formation of nitrines. One by Hofmann reaction, the other by Schmidt reaction. Hybridization and stability. Hybridization and stability. So here also there are two types of nitrines. One is singlet nitrine, in which spins will be antiparallel. This is singlet nitrine. And in triplet nitrine, all the spins will not be in antiparallel arrangement. One spin out of the two paired ones, one will be antiparallel and one will be parallel in nature. So this is called triplet. So only one of the pairs is parallel in nature. So this is called triplet nitrine. So now coming to the hybridization, the singlet one is sp2 hybridized. Singlet one is sp2 hybridized, and the structure will be like this. So nitrogen with 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals will be along the corners of a tetrahedron. So here you will be having R group attached to here, and the anti-parallel spins will be in this manner. So trigonal planar structure. This is unhybridized p orbital, bond angle 120 degree. Now in the case of triplet nitrene, the hybridization would be sp. So it will be Rn. And the other sp hybridized orbital will be occupied the anti-parallel spin. Now you will have px and py perpendicular to each other. So that will be occupied by the unpaired spins. So the hybridization will be sp, bond angle will be 120 degree. So bond angle is irrelevant in the case because here there are no atoms, there are electrons. Okay. Now coming to the stability. Alkyl nitriles like Rn. Alkyl nitriles are very unstable and they are highly reactive. And these are isolated at minus 269 degrees Celsius, and at such low temperature is obtained by doing the reaction in a special instrument called Julabo. This will give the temperature as much low as this. Now compared to alkyl nitriles, aryl nitriles are much more stable, slightly more stable because of the delocalization of electron pair onto the ring. So this could be trapped by slightly at a higher temperature like 196 degrees Celsius. So aryl nitriles are more stable compared to alkyl nitriles. So obviously this will be trapped by reacting with other molecule. Next is reactions of nitrines. Next is reactions of nitrines. So there are two types of reactions. One is rearrangement reaction, the other one is addition to alkenes. So first I will see rearrangement reaction. So as I said earlier, they are too unstable in nature. So they will easily rearrange to form stable isocyanate like in carbylamine reaction. So how this is rearranging? So this is an acetyl nitrate. This will be shifted here. So the carbon will be getting more valency. So this will be shifted to this one, nitrogen. So what will happen? R is having two unshared electrons, double bond, C double bond. So this is called isocyanate. So it will be forming a stable bond. So this is a rearrangement reaction. Next is addition to double bond. So this is acetyl nitrile. In textbook it is written wrong. Acetyl nitrile. This is an alkene. I am taking a typical example. So like in carbene case, this lone pair will be involved. One lone pair will be involved in cyclization. So this will be attacking here. The pi bond will be coming back to nitrogen. So you will be getting RC double bond O, and one lone pair is not participating in this reaction, 3-membered formation. So in the case of carbenes we got cyclopropane. Here we are getting a cyclopropane like ring out of which one carbon is nitrogen. So such a 3-membered ring is called aziridine. So aziridine formation. So these are the two types of reactions which nitrines will undergo.